I'm going to just give you my feedback from a coaching standpoint, okay? And I'm going to tell you that there are 3 things that create obstacles when it comes to pricing. Number 1 is worth. Number 2 is value. And number 3 is confidence, okay? So let's start with worth. This one, I think I hear a lot of people talking about. They talk about like, I know what I'm worth, and that's awesome. Hey, I love it, Jesse. Sorry, I just see that Jesse's like, yes, coach me. Let's do it. Okay, so number 1 is worth. So when you think about worth, we start to almost like put our self-worth into our pricing. And I have to tell you, you are not selling yourself, okay? You're not selling your soul. You're not like, and I know that people will laugh at me or get upset with me, but I'm being very honest because, your worth, it's invaluable. So I cannot put my worth on a sticker price. Therefore, understand that the customer, whatever you feel your worth is, it's beautiful, but that translates into number 2. What the customer sees, right, is the value that they are receiving. Okay, so when we think about our worth, I think that's awesome. And you have to know that you are worth what you're doing, right? So if you need to go and get education to feel more confident, if you need to get a mentor, if you need to maybe do some betas, whatever that is, to understand where you give value to people, that's great. But what the customer sees is the value. So a lot of times, and I bring this up is because people are always talking about their worth and they're like, I want to charge these high prices. My only question is that the value you're bringing?
Right.
Right? Because that's what matters. It doesn't matter that you are worth so much in gold. I 100% agree with you. But your value is what the customer sees. It has nothing to do with you yourself, right? So I want you guys to really think about that. What is the value you're bringing to the table? That is how we charge. Now, the third thing is about, and I'm sorry, one thing I want to say about that also is oftentimes, if you're afraid to charge a higher price, it's probably because you haven't grasped yourself how much value you're bringing to the table. So when I say that, it doesn't mean like I've given them this and I've given them that and I've given them this and you're going to get this and you're going to get that. That could be the truth, right? Our Momentum Studio Group program has so much value in it. But the value to the customer is what are they going to walk away with?
Right.
What is the success
solved? Yeah.
100%. 100%. That's what they care about. That's where their value comes in. Not everything you give to them, but what will they get out of it?
Right.
Okay. And then the last one is confidence. Okay. So confidence comes from practice. And you're going to hear me say this all the time. Stop practicing on your would-be clients. Okay. Unless they are
on them.
Find people that you can practice with if it's a part of a mentorship, a peer-led mastermind, whatever that looks like. But keep in mind, I've tried practicing with friends before, and I'm going to tell you they're the most supportive people in the world, and it does nothing to help me with my confidence because it's not hard.
They love you no matter what.
It's hard to be around people and tell them, hey, can we practice? So I'm going to say this, and you're going to say this. Like, that's not real life. But when you do it in a group of women or men or whatever your group is, and you do it with strangers who are willing to give you feedback, that is where the gold is. Because then now, number one, you're nervous, right? Oh, I don't know what to do. You don't know these people. And number two, you're getting feedback right on the spot. And you're not 50-50. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. I'm not saying you shouldn't practice on clients. Like, there's going to be a point. But if you have the opportunity to build up your confidence before you kind of weigh it on a 50-50, I'm either going to get this or I'm not, especially during a pandemic when we all need the 50 to be on the yes, I'm going to get it side, right? Sorry. So that's my little tangent.
No, I love it. I love it. I love where Kai put so much structure behind things too. So I loved her 3 points, and there absolutely need to be ones that we're working on a regular basis. The confidence one, though, I just want to say that I've done this for years. I've run my own business since I was in high school for 25 years. I don't know, but I have never been able to practice on other people because, like I said, it was always the clients that you're doing these calls with. They aren't going to give you any feedback. If you made, you offended them when you said something, or they're not going to say, hey, you know what, that's nice, but I just wanted to give you a little feedback on your presentation. Like, they're not. And pricing, any of those pieces.